What's up, everybody? It's Mac from MacMovieguy.com, and this is my second review of the day, wearing the same shirt and everything. And yeah, I just got done with my War for the Planet of the Apes review, and I also saw today Girls Trip. Yeah, I saw Girls Trip before I saw Dunkirk. Mainly because it was actually at that perfect time, because I knew I was going to see War for the Planet of the Apes. So I went to the theater and I was like, oh, I don't want to wait around a lot. I just want to see like a movie as soon as I come out. And it's going to be either Dunkirk, Valerian, or Girls Trip. It was Girls Trip. had the best showtime based on when I got out of War for Planet of the Apes. So we're doing a review of Girls Trip before I do a review of Dunkirk. All right. Yeah, so Girls Trip. It's odd because it's doing really well at the box office. It's the first comedy this summer to actually be doing well at the box office. Audiences gave a big middle finger to Snatched and Baywatch, Rough Night, and The House. 4 comedies this summer that failed to strike a chord with audiences. Girls Trip, I knew from the second I saw the preview, I was like, this movie has so much hit potential on it. It's opening around the same time frame as Bad Moms. It's gonna rally the adult female crowd. Also, it's gonna trigger the African American crowd, which have not had a movie really to rally behind since Get Out, I think, in February. So yeah, it's definitely tapping underserved market. And it's not my favorite comedy of the year, but it's also not my least favorite. I don't know how to say that. It doesn't suck. I realize that I may not be the target demo for this film. Hi, I'm a white guy, and I'm doing a review of Girls Trip. And guess what? I'm not giving it an A. But I like films like this. Like, my favorite comedy of the year is Rough Night, which is led by a female ensemble. I liked the female ensemble Ghostbusters. Bridesmaids is one of my favorite movies. I have absolutely no problem watching a female-driven show. I watched 10 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. Like, this is not out of my wheelhouse. And as far as black movies go, let me remind you, I'm one of the few critics last year that gave Barbershop an A. So I can enjoy either thing. Girls Trip for me had some winning moments, but then it got kind of silly and soapy and very Lifetimey in its serious moments. Gooey, I don't know how to say it. Like, it was just kind of like, it was like the director didn't think any of the people could act, and the writers, so they just sort of wrote these really dull scenes and didn't direct them very well, and everybody just sort of, nobody's really acting very well when it gets serious. I don't know. I did not like this one when it was serious. I only liked it when it was being a comedy. And this film has a lot of serious elements to it. Regina Hall finds out that her husband, played by, did I say Regina Hall? Regina Hall, not Regina King. I'm going to keep that in there. I'm going to keep my possible fuck up in there. We're going to go with Regina Hall. I don't edit these videos. Fuck you, I don't edit these videos. Yeah, so she's in this film, one of the Reginas, and she has a lot of serious moments in the film. And Queen Latifah's trying to act too, and Jada Pinkett Smith, and Tiffany Haddish, who is like a female Zach Galifianakis. She also tries to bring some serious, maybe like 2% serious, but she tries to bring it a little bit. And it just doesn't work. Like, the serious elements in this film just don't work at all for me. It's the comedy that works, and the relationship between these four girls that works for me. That's why people went to see Girls Trip, I think, is because they really thought that this was going to be like a female Hangover. That this was going to take Bad Moms to the next level. And The Hangover knew what it was. The Hangover didn't try to give you like a life lesson or get over serious or anything like that. It was just straight up, it was a comedy. It knew what it was trying to do, what it was trying to be, and it did it really well. And Girls Trip tries to be a little bit of The Hangover, but then it's like, oh, well, we're directed by Malcolm D. Lee, who directed The Best Man, so we've got to be a comedy drama. But it doesn't really set itself up to be a comedy drama, especially Tiffany Haddish's character, who's part of that trope, which is beginning to wear on me. There's this trope of friends who are so outlandishly just stupid and crazy, and it's like, in real life, none of us actually have a friend like that. We all let that person go. Like, when you're a kid, you have those friends, but as you grow older and you still have the friend that didn't grow up, you stop seeing that friend and you don't invite them places because they're embarrassing. So I find it hard to believe that these women who are grown adults keep Tiffany Haddish's character around. However, I am also glad that they did, because she's fucking hilarious. So if you're willing to accept the trope and go for the ride, she is very good at what she does. She is absolutely the standout star of this film, the breakout star. She's going to be the one who gets all the offers coming out of this. She's, I would say 85% of the laughs in the film come from her. So the film succeeds where it succeeds because of her. Yeah. Girls Trip. Basically, if you want to see Tiffany Haddish making some jokes that are really funny and definitely very R-rated, don't take the kids. Please don't take the kids. This film is not for kids. This film is mainly for women, but definitely not for kids. A lot of dick in this film, and what women can do to it, to dicks, described in a rather graphic visual detail. So yeah, it's one of those films where I'm somewhat surprised at what they were able to get away with, but it's amazing what you can do with bananas and grapefruit. So instead of actual things in their place. Rough Night is still my favorite comedy of the year so far, but Girls Trip I thought it was better than Snatched. It's way better than The House. So yeah, I think it's a decent watch. You can go see it in theaters if you want, or you could wait for Redbox, but I'm gonna say yes to Girls Night. I'm gonna give Girls Night a B. It's a higher grade than I gave Snatch, and it's a higher grade than I gave The House. It is a lower grade than I gave Baywatch, which is my, I think, guilty pleasure of the year, and it's a lower grade than I gave Rough Night, which I said is my favorite comedy. So, yeah. I think I didn't really take off points, but I do have to say, can we please stop ending movies in dance sequences? I didn't count that in my factor for grade because technically the dancing starts with the credits. So, like, you're left, like, you can leave. Like, if you're one of those people who leaves when the credits start, I feel like they're not forcing you to watch the dance sequence. Some films, they end in a dance sequence and they make you watch it and then they roll the credits. And that really just pisses me off. At least this one ends it with the credits. So, yeah. But we just gotta let that trope die. I'm done with the sequences at the end of the movies. So did you see Girls Trip? Did you see, any other like comedies? What did you think? Did I just not get Girls Trip because I'm not the target demo? I don't know. Say what you want. Comment, subscribe, and I'm hoping to see The Beguiled tomorrow. Still not Dunkirk, but The Beguiled. Yeah, so maybe you'll see me again tomorrow. Peace out.